Think what you want to say before you speak. Hello there everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you guys a new format to my channel called Completed Stories, and basically what that is I'm going to be telling you guys all the stories I have finished in the previous month. By stories I mean books, movies, TV shows and video games, because that is basically all I do. Although last month there wasn't much, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I was ill for a week last month and I started watching horror. Now I say horror with my little quotations because once I tell you what I watched, you will probably understand. So anyway, one thing that I finished in the month of February was the first season of American Horror Story. I've never watched American Horror Story before and it was amazing. It was really good and I kind of missed the whole Monster House thing, so not really sure how I'm going to find the rest of the series, however you say it. But yeah, the first series was really good and I enjoyed it and I cannot wait to carry on with that. Now, there were two movies that I also watched when I was ill that are horror movies. I say horror movies because I watched Saw 1 and 2. Horror, exactly. Yeah, they were good and I was actually quite surprised that they connected. I always thought the Saw movies were just movies with just like 2, 3, 4 and 5 planted on the back of it, but the first 3 are definitely connected because I started like the first 10 minutes of Saw 3 and so far they're all connected. I don't know if that's a thing that continues through the rest of the movies, but I was pleasantly surprised that they were connected. The story itself, I mean, it's Saw, there's not really much you can say about that, but by God, the end of Saw 2 where they end up in that room where the two main characters were locked in at the end of Saw, or the first Saw movie. If you haven't seen Saw, sorry about that spoiler. Is it really a spoiler? I don't know. Whatever. But I was so shocked. The minute they went into that room, I was just like, wait, is that the room from the first? Wait, what? Yeah, so I was pleasantly surprised by that, but yeah. I'm just going down. I've written everything down in my BB-8 little notebook, so I'm just going down my list, and the next thing on my list is an audiobook I listened to, which is Uncommon Type by Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks, and the minute I saw that he was bringing out a book, I was just like, I need that book. And then I found out that it was doing a audiobook and that he was narrating his audiobook, or his book, as an audiobook, and I almost died because I love Tom Hanks and the stories were amazing and it was great. I loved it. The next story I completed this month was a movie, and it was Black Panther. I went to the cinema to watch Black Panther and I was a bit disappointed in the movie. The movie itself was good, but like okay, I'm gonna say something right now and I'm gonna put like a Black Panther picture on the screen because spoiler warning, you guys just like mute the video or something, and when Black Panther disappears that means I am finished spoiling and you can continue watching the video. But anyway, in the middle of the movie, or well, not really the middle, but kind of like just before the middle of the movie, we have this whole scare with Black Panther's dead, where I just kind of thought, yeah, okay, it was, you know, they do that a lot. However, we know he's not dead because of Infinity War. And people can argue saying, oh yeah, well, you could have avoided the Infinity War trailer, blah, 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 blah. You could have until you got into the cinema, because in the previews was the Infinity War trailer, at least in my cinema. So that was a bit, yeah, not very good planning on Marvel's part, but yes. So that was my little spoiler, but like I said, the movie was okay. It wasn't really I don't know, I feel like they just made it just so they can have like a black character in the Avengers, and it was like its own story, which I totally understand, but I think just making that story just so they can have a black character in the Avengers was a bit, yeah, it didn't really fit. I wasn't a big fan of the movie in that aspect, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. The next story I completed this month was Lucy, which was actually a rewatch for me. We had a little family movie night and we watched Lucy because my mother has not watched it yet, or hadn't watched it yet at that time. And it was still as good as the first time I watched it. Lucy is basically about this drug that helps you use more than 10 or 20% of your brain, because we humans have a brain and only use like 10% of it because our body's weird. But yeah, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it the second time, and yes. The second to last story I completed in February was Hercules. I rewatched Hercules because I am a Disney movie fanatic, and Hercules is one of my favourite movies, so I rewatched that again because Hercules, the soundtrack is amazing, the story, what is my hair doing? And the last story I completed was another audiobook, and that was The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I was pleasantly surprised by this book. I did not think it was going to go in the direction it went. I enjoyed it a lot, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the second book. I am not sure what it is called right now. I will put the title somewhere on the screen. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to read more. It was set in the Victorian era, and anyone that knows me knows that I'm obsessed with the Victorian era, so it was fun for me. Those are all the stories I completed in February of 2018. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then please click on that little thumb down below and comment down below what kind of stories you guys finished in the month of February, and if you like this concept and if I should continue with it. I probably will still continue with it because my wrap-up, my book wrap-ups, as you can tell, there wasn't a single like physical book in my complete stories, so my wrap-up is just going to turn into this complete story series. Tell me what you guys think about that down below. But yeah, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Who tells your story? Will they tell your story? Who lives and dies? Who tells your story?